Welcome guys, thank you for joining us on this video. The question of this video is really about the current situation in Shanghai. So what's happening now here in Shanghai? Well, there's a lockdown, full-blown lockdown, and we have personally been in lockdown for the last 2 weeks. Some people have been here in lockdown for a lot longer. I think I've seen some people say they've been in lockdown for about 4 weeks already. The main cities that are in lockdown are Shanghai and Jilin, which is a province up in the north. This is my first time being in lockdown because I missed the London lockdown back in 2020 and I missed the China lockdown as well. But the lockdown here is essentially you can't go out of your apartment
at all.
Worst part of it is you can't even order food or any sort of delivery service that you normally would be able to. So for me personally, I wouldn't mind being in lockdown if I was able to order whatever I needed. The only way really is through these group buys where you arrange them within your community via WeChat. So there's a big WeChat group for our apartment building, and everyone, about 200 people, and everyone just get enough people together to buy certain ingredients like flour, milk, eggs, meat, vegetables. And if there's enough people ordering, then you can go ahead and order. But even then it can take a few days for it to arrive, and sometimes there are refunds because there's not enough people, and that's the biggest headache we're experiencing right now. I mean, for the trash, they get collected outside our flat every couple of days, and any deliveries get taken straight to our apartment. Okay, so how long have we been in lockdown? Well, it's been about exactly 2 weeks now. To be honest, one of the biggest headaches is not knowing when we're going to be out of lockdown. We've been hearing news it was going to be the 9th of April and then the 10th of April. Now it's just no news whatsoever. Some rumours have said probably towards the end of this month.
The time that we actually went into lockdown was the 26th of March, and the 25th we could actually go out and go for a walk or something. We were told it was only supposed to be for the weekend, it was 48 hours. It became Tuesday, Wednesday, and on that Thursday is the April 1st, and it was supposed to be a national lockdown then. We knew we were stuck.
So when we were initially locked down, around 26th of March, we had to do nucleic acid tests, PCR tests. I think this was on one on Saturday and one on Monday. So there isn't a test every day or every 2 days. It's not, they've sort of cut back on that.
And we have 18 floors in this building, and it would be the first three floors, and then it would be the next 3 floors. But I wasn't, for the very first time, it wasn't organised properly, and a lot of people were downstairs, and it was concerns of too many people standing too close to each other. You had hazmat suits.
Yeah, the people in the hazmat suits, the volunteers, I guess. They were doing the tests, and I think there were some positive cases. No one knows, but definitely there were some positive cases in our complex. We were just told not to go outside, that we could get food delivered.
At the time
we did. And sometimes we'd make an order and then the order wouldn't be coming till 4 or 5 hours later because they were just struggling to find drivers. They had the food, the shops were open, but they just couldn't find enough drivers. That happened for about 2 days.
No, it was from the Saturday to the Wednesday.
So after the test, that was that. And then when the government introduced the national lockdown from the 1st of April for Puxi, which is the east side of Shanghai, so east of the river, it was just people trying to get as much stuff as possible. And for the Pudong side, which is on the west of the river, they actually only had less than a day's notice. But at night, community staff or the people in the hazmat suits who are responsible for making sure no one's running out of the building, they're sort of parked outside the complex. And people are sorry for them because the weather can be a bit unpredictable, and I guess they're doing shift work, but basically they're also working till quite late. They're delivering food or any items that are required, particularly for the elderly. And yesterday I caught them outside the balcony taking a group photo. And in my mind I was thinking, oh, please tell me this is like the last day of lockdown or something, or lockdown's going to finish and they did a good job and they were taking a photo. But anyway, so
Gotta remember that they're human as well. For them to be sitting outside, just sitting on a chair, and they're obviously on their phone, or they're sitting outdoors the whole time. So I kind of do feel sorry for them. At least we're indoors doing our own stuff. We can take a nap, or they're just literally sitting outside the complex.
Can we get food right now? Well, probably the question that's on everyone's mind in Shanghai, to be honest, and no one really knows when you can get normal food delivery again. What we can say is there are sort of packages, you could say, and most of these packages contain vegetables, some meat, and eggs, milk, basic stuff. and some noodles, but not all the time. Sometimes it's just a package of vegetables. These are normally arranged within the community, and the community is helping out, trying to organize regular food drops, as they say. But we also have food that we have stored away that we haven't used in a while, that's in the freezer.
When we're joined into a group chat with the community as well, they'd have to do bulk orders, and only if you have a minimum order of 100 people wanting that particular item, it could just be basic vegetables, then they will order the items. Onions and stuff, we'll use. Potatoes we'll use, carrots we'll use, but then when they've got like really large beans or peas, maybe, but I don't really cook them, so sometimes it's like
Yeah, but they can't give you specific vegetables just for you.
I know, but okay.
Complaining.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
Yeah, it's like a generic vegetable package to keep you going. But there was also meat as well. We've been able to order some of these group buys, one that's coming. I think the main thing is just the whole organization of these group buys, because it can get quite chaotic in the groups where you put down a list of everyone, and then all of a sudden there's not enough people, or someone whatever happens, or there's some refund for it, or there's not enough supply.
Happened with bread recently as well. Like, I was really happy that finally we're going to get some bread in, and loads of people had wanted it, and it gone into order, like we paid for it, and then literally the next day the order got cancelled. I'm not too sure why. I think there was like too many people had ordered from different communities, and that particular baker couldn't handle it.
My colleagues, work colleagues who are Chinese, they've been helping out, they've been in the groups, so they're trying to, because it can be quite tricky even for them, just to try and organize some stuff. So we wouldn't say we're like short of food. So it's important not to be too picky, I guess, at this point. But it's fine.
I've just wanted flour because we were really low on flour. You can make different things. You can even make bread. So I was really in it to get some flour, but it just wasn't available in any of the groups. Nothing was available. We had loads of eggs. We're okay with that, but just couldn't get any flour. And as I was talking in these groups, somebody else from another building, from somewhere else within this compound, I actually don't know what building, and I can't even read her name because it's in Chinese, she offered to just send me some flour. I mean, the kindness of that on messages, I was thanking her so much. Like, I really feel the community bond here. For sure, if I was to ask, I need this or I need that, we're running out of washing up liquid, I'm sure. It's just embarrassing for us to ask, but if we did, somebody would help.
The community itself is very sort of welcoming to foreigners as well. We've just been trying to help each other, to be honest. Anyway, so I haven't never experienced anything like this in my life. It's pretty crazy. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, so job-wise, obviously I'm not working, just doing online consultations. That's about it, to be honest.
Yeah, for me, of course, I'm teaching, and all schools are closed at the moment, so we're not really able to teach. Right now, they're in discussion of what's happening next and when things might open again. So that's pretty much about our jobs.
What we do to keep ourselves busy? Well, for me, I've been trying to focus on my fitness. So we've got a treadmill. I didn't get this during lockdown. I had this from about January, but I've never really used it. It's come in handy now, and some weight training at home, playing some games, watching some Netflix cheesy junk stuff. We've also got a furry friend, Tao, who's a orange tabby cat, I believe. She's one of our colleagues' cat, who's unfortunately she's had to go to the US, and we're living with her now. So she's with us. So she's quite the devil, she is. So we've never had cats or any pets, to be honest, living together, and it was something that was quite new, so I was quite reluctant at the start, but it's definitely been very interesting experience, having a third person, you could say, in the house, but we've really very much got used to her now.
I've just been playing some games, probably doing some other client work as well. Netflix, like you mentioned. Yeah, pretty much it. Like, all the days are kind of merged in together. Much about our furry friend.
Yeah, the furry friend has got a crazy personality,
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we're very much dog people, dog lovers, and we'd never imagined getting a cat. And it's just really interesting how much she's changed us. And we can kind of sense it, that when she's not around, when she's not here, and we're kind of looking for her. Just never experienced that ever before.
She's super attached to Sin. It's like too much mothering going on. Our hope is that, even if the lockdown is not going to be lifted say anytime soon in the next 1 or 2 weeks, if we can get some express deliveries or the usual food delivery services that we are used to, that would be very helpful. Even if it means the delivery is going to come a day late, 2 days late, it doesn't matter. Just to be able to go on and order what we need, when we need, that is going to be very helpful. And obviously, for things to go back to normal, summer's, spring's here. It's very nice weather outside.
It's beautiful.
And around this time, Shanghai, the weather is absolutely perfect. So we really want to be out there as well. So
yeah, we'll keep you guys posted of what's going on. If you have any comments or anything that you want us to discuss, please let us know. And I think it will be all over the news right now about Shanghai.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be locked down for too long, but we just don't know. But it's probably maybe having some effect on not just the Chinese economy, but probably in the world economy as eventually if it continues for too long. So thank you guys for watching. Till next time, don't forget to like, subscribe. Take care.